So come on in, take a sip, and let's wind down. We got a Monday puzzle to do today. They sometimes run together, right? They just kind of run together. It's like, what's today again? I don't know. So I think it's Monday, and we're on solve 1229. We are 5 days away from Queen Sue having her 1, 2, 3, 4 grid, and I'm really excited about that. Guess that'll be on what, Saturday? I hope, unless there's something comes up. If I miss a day for some reason, it'll be on Sunday, but I think we should be good on Saturday or whenever. But that whole math thing that gets us like, how many days from now does that, it gets crazy. But we're having an Aperol Spritz here today to wind down. My name is Christopher. I'm delighted you are here. If you've been enjoying our channel for what we do and hanging out here in the community, I would appreciate it if you could just hit the like button for me. And if you haven't subscribed, just maybe do that too. Up to you, but it's free, and it would certainly help the algorithm very much so. So, a little bit of solver's courage. It has been a long day. We're in day whatever of the government shutdown. Tomorrow's a holiday, and I don't even know how we're supposed to code that. It's also very confusing, so we'll just deal with it as we do. But our wind down word of the day is infelicific. And what a great word. It's referring to someone or something that creates unhappiness. He was an infelicific sort, bringing doom and gloom wherever he roamed, right? That kind of thing, fantastic word. You don't have to worry about too many people giving you a hard time with that one because really, right? And today in history, not a lot happened today in history. There's a lot of follow on from stuff that yesterday was in history, right? So today they began demolishing the Berlin Wall in history. Well, got it. We'll skip that. But I thought it was rather significant that in 1619, René Descartes had a dream that inspired his meditations on first philosophy. The Latin we got from that, the saying so well spread through the years is cogito ergo sum, or in French, je pense donc je suis. I think, therefore I am, right? Just fabulous stuff. So to René Descartes, joyeux anniversaire. And in 1969, Sesame Street premiered. This is a few years before I was born. But believe me, I watched all of them as a child. And I got to tell you, that and, the schools that I attended, I don't know, I seems to have done something. My favorite characters growing up were probably Snuffleupagus and Oscar the Grouch. And I can't explain why that is. Probably because they were just so foreign. It was kind of the thing. Oh, bird. The big old, oh, bird. He's kind of dragging his trunk around. And then Oscar the Grouch just had it kind of made, lived in a trash can. It was all his, and just got to be a grump about it. So not a bad thing at all. I very rarely have an Aperol Spritz. It's a little on the sweet side for me. But I'm out of all my red drinks, all my red bitter drinks. And I've been out of a paycheck, too, for a month and a half. So we'll get around to it when we get around to it. If you want to send a super thanks, a bottle of Campari or something, that'd be fabulous. But otherwise, I think we'll survive. Let's go ahead and hop into our grid, see what we got going on today. Okay, so for Monday, November 10th, we have a construction by Zhouqin, Burnikel, edited by Will Shorts. I hope I'm getting your name right. I try on every one of them. If you've seen some of the interviews that we've conducted where we deconstruct the constructors, I always try my best to get it right. I've been pretty close. Could have done a bit better with Adrian Beck, though. But let's just see what we got. So let's just jump into our grid and see what we got. Okay, well, we got a lot of circles in this grid and a lot of white space for a Monday, so that should be an interesting solve. Let's see what we got. Beginnings of days. Let's start with dawns, because, soon to be grads, maybe seniors. Old time anesthetic. How about ether? Yeah, you know, that was the thing. Yeah, a lot of people like to fantasize about going back in time and living in a different era. And for me, as far back as I'd ever really truly want to go would be to be born in, say, 1930. I would have loved to have been 22 years old in 1952 with a fresh, hot English degree in my hand and off to join the Beat Poets. That would have been fabulous, right? You know, hang out with the likes of Jack Kerouac and all that. But yeah, they had the two A's that are most important to me. That would be air conditioning and anesthesia. And yeah, that's kind of a big thing. I would have loved to have hung out the Algonquin Round Table. I just would have hated to have dentistry done at the same time. So places students sit. How about desks? And, you know, typically top story of a house could be an attic. And then let's see here, 6'4" and 186 pounds, maybe stats? I don't know. Stinging plant could be a nettle. Let's see if I can actually get over here now. Santa Fe singer Eartha Kitt. I know people that can do that, or however I cannot do that growl. I cannot do that Eartha Kitt thing. I just can't, or the Roy Orbison thing that he did in the ding 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 ding. Isn't this pleasant? Head rubs that relieve tension, maybe scalp massages. And so babysitter, often probably a teen. So isn't this pleasant? What a treat. I'm going with what a treat. Absolute rival for short would be Stoli. And ring around the pupil would be an iris. Pure leaf tea distributor. I don't know. I'm assuming Lipton. People spouting zealous rhetoric. I don't know. Make a whoopsie. Oh, I don't know. With that O there, maybe a goof? Are we going to goof this thing? So people spouting zealous rhetoric could be fire breathers? Let's see. I mean, it ain't going to hurt to try. I mean, is it? I don't know. Enterprise rival, putt standard would be the par, giving us Avis and Avis. Leave it to me and a hint to the circled letters in this puzzle. Okay, Instagram posting informally could be a pic. Gotta bounce, ciao baby. Yeah, the Cult. I love the Cult. I mean, I really love the Cult. That was a great band. They may still be a great band. I don't know if they're even playing together anymore. I mean, I haven't been a good fan, but I am a fan. So, just saying. Mexican currency could be the peso. So, leave it to me. Maybe I've got something. I don't know. R2 reply. Let's see. R2 reply could be am not. Would that really be a reply or would that be a rejoinder? I don't know. Maybe it would be a response. Maybe a counter messaging strategy. I'm not sure. Spray can output. Oh, is this an E? Okay, we got shea butter again. I don't know what's up. See, these things creep into the grid. I'm working on another construction right now, and I don't seem to have the issues with this. But I start with an Excel spreadsheet, and I just kind of build it out from there. So, old school. I'm going to go with an aerosol. You know, and I got to say, I don't have a photograph. I don't think. I might have a photograph. But anyway, I recently became a reverend. It cost me nothing. I did an online thing and became a reverend. Because my kid sister, Ansel, Tiffany, wanted me to marry her and her fiance, Gabriel, at some point. And they were just here in Europe about a week ago. And apparently Gabriel got down on one knee, not in the crypt or anything. Like, I think, I don't know.
What you would expect for Tiffany.
Like what you would expect from Tiffany, right? You know, like they're running through all the catacombs and stuff, and they're doing things, and but no, I think he actually sprang the question on her in Venice, one of my favorite cities on the planet. I've spent a lot of time there. I love it. Yeah, I think he got down to the gondola and proposed to my sister. So I don't know if my duties as a reverend are going to come in handy, but I'm going to have to spend the $50 to get the actual certificate. But if she wants me to marry them, I certainly will. I'm very excited to be bringing mi hermano, Gabriel, to la familia. So I'm very excited about that. It's going to be very, very cool. Sounds from lions. How could be roars? Roars. I mean, seriously, with Tiffany, you would think like she would go to, I don't know, just someplace like the crypts or where they executed somebody or something kind of like a cemetery. Exactly. I mean, like this is
Gabriel planned it on his own. So.
Yeah, we'll see. Shotzi has it. Gabriel planned it all on his own. Not bad. Way to take the initiative there, hermano. Fantastic. So very happy to welcome you into la familia. Come tortillas de maíz enfrente de la casa. Hey, we have a good time, right? All right, dorm supervisors in brief. RAs, perhaps. And let's see. So long, amigo. Adios. So, a bubbly beverage? Woo! Well, I got one of those, and it ain't no soda. Okay, so tortilla chip dip, salsa. Roman forum greeting. How about Hail Caesar? Because I'm thinking that this is cogs, without even having looked at it. Minor machine parts. Yes, they might be minor, but if one cog goes out, the whole thing goes down. And that's what we get for not using systems of systems thinking. Oh, wow. Was that the hospital administrator in me coming out?
That was me just doing it.
Cook quickly in a pan, could be to saute. Shrub with bright flowers would be azalea. Of course, you've got to build them suckers on berms. You've got to build them up or they will not last. There's an erosion thing there, and they got to have that for some reason. I know we tried it once, and it was a lot of work. So, pirates, stop. We go fast. Yar. Compete for could be to vie. Diddly squat could be Zippo. Zippo. Or Harpo or any of the Grouchos or something. I don't know. Legal injury could be a tort. Reach across could be to span. And I guess I could put in Hail Caesar since we said this like a long time ago. Lhasa Apso. Oh, yeah, that's that one memory I have. And I think Queen Sue has a memory of being bitten in the ear by a dog as a child. And mine was the Lhasa Apso. I can't remember what Sue's was, but we have that in common. Two Gen Xers that somehow messed around with the wrong dog. I don't know. Condo, honcho, casually could be the soup. Whenever I think of the soup, I think of, what's his name on, was it One Day at a Time? I can't remember his name now. He had the keys. Schneider, yeah. So,
With his vest.
Yeah, with his vest on. Yeah, I guess I'm Schneider today. I don't know, did Schneider wear Burberry? Maybe. This is really one of my favorite shirts, but you have to admit, when I'm carrying all my stuff, my luggage, everything, when I'm wearing this on top of it, it just looks pretty, I don't know. It makes a statement. Leader with a Swiss Guard detail would be the Pope. And I think it's pretty cool that we've got an American Pope now, and from Chicago. And I heard it on some talk shows. Perhaps it was Stephen Colbert, I'm not sure. But he was just like, we've got a Pope from Chicago now. So it's time to say the prayers stop prayers. And I thought that was fabulous, right? You know, and it really is kind of a cool thing, I guess so. So August setting in Augusta could be Eastern Daylight Time. And fencing sword could be an épée, of course. Well, I mean, you could use what? You could use a saber, you can use an épée, and you could use a foil. I preferred to use a foil when I was fencing, but you know, to each their own. Possible outcome of a bad sprain, and I guess we have a torn, I'm assuming, tendon. Let's see. So that E blank ED tells me I've got you covered, maybe? And let's get that in there. So circus safety device could be a net. So I'm going to go with a torn tendon, which just sounds ow to me. Form a clump could be a clot, and we just went through this yesterday. Clump, a clot, a forming clot. I don't know. There's got to be something to put that in song with there. Battery unit could be a volt. And marine apex predators are literally the only animal on this planet besides humans that I'm afraid of. And I'm not afraid of humans as in walking up to one or to 12. I'm afraid of what they do collectively, socio-politically, that kind of thing. So it's craziness. Part of a winter wonderland could be snow. Well, the weather outside is frightening. Yeah, there we go. Buff to gym bros could be swole. We used to say that crap in the army all the time. Hey, dude, you want to get your swole on? I've already been twice today. Yeah, what are you doing? Back and buys. Cool. You want to go again? Sure. Yeah, we were in there all the time. I was a big fella. Touch or smell could be a sense. Muddies up. Oh gosh, what could that be? Maybe Royals? I think that might have been the first time I've asked that question on a Monday that didn't involve like some album by some new hip star that I don't know anything about. Blog commenter who is best ignored, and that is a troll. And we have had so few of those. It's been unreal. Yeah, I bet. Oh, sure. Sound in a broadcast could be audio. Mentions directly on X could be ats. All right, so I think we're making some coverage here, getting around here. Let's see. Harsh cleaning agent could be a lie. Comfort in hard times. How about a solace? And an eco warrior. And Matador's opponent, El Toro. All right. It's a pretty solvable Monday here. Tell your newbie friends this is the one. This is going to be a good one. And let's see, weapons used in many duels. Well, you could have said he pays, right? You know, but I guess we're looking for pistols. Pistols at dawn? Very well. Fashion magazine founded in France. How about L? And do we have Rolls Royce? I'm not gonna, never mind. It's just an inside joke about a certain airline captain from Sweden. You can't say Rolls Royce, he says Rolls Royce. I think it's the cutest thing. I love it. If he's talking about an airline crash and it's about a Pratt & Whitney or a General Electric engine, I'm like, oh. If it's a Rolls Royce engine, entertainment's on. So texting format for short, I have no idea. Awards with a best boxer category. I guess these would be the ESPYs, and I guess I could have guessed maybe SMS. I don't know. Second string squad looks like a B team. New Haven University. Oh, is that what it is now? Okay. It's just a New Haven University. Bit of advice could be a tip. And I don't even want to hear any more jokes about the tip reference from the other day. I already turned red. I'm going to start turning red again. Am I red yet? I think I'm turning red. Yeah, I am. So, no more tip jokes, please. I mean, I'm not a prig. I'm not a prude. Believe me, I'm like the dad in Christmas Story. I can weave together a tapestry, a beautiful tapestry of expletives like you wouldn't believe. You would have thought I was in the Navy. No, I was in the Army, but you would have thought I was. So I just try to, this is kind of like this whole community. For me, I just try to treat it like, I don't know, like Brian Regan treats comedy, right? Just kind of chill, a little on the clean side. Small recipe amounts could be teaspoons, utensil in a soup bowl. Okay, it's just another spoon. Odd. Rio de Janeiro. Okay, so what do we got? Sabine, vaccine target would be polio. Game played on horseback could be polo. And brief period of time could be a short spell. And Denny's alternative, well, is it really IHOP or would it be the Waffle House? I don't know. Let's see. It'd be IHOP. How do we do, Bob? Well, I guess I had a lot to say today. But yeah, we don't care about time here, do we? Are we really worried about time? If we were worried about time, we wouldn't, I don't know. We'd just sit and click away. So we've got this H-A-I-R. So we've got hair, and we have scales, and we have feathers, and we have shell. So I'm not sure. Leave it to me and a hint to the circled letters in this puzzle. So hair, scales, feathers, and shell. Well, I think we've got all four food groups covered here with this one. So, a fantastic grid, truly, all the way around. I don't think there was a thing in here that made me go, huh? It was all just really so well done. This is a fabulous example of a Monday grid. Just the right amount of challenge, but so solvable, right? At the end of the day, we maintained a pretty good clip on the way through it. I wouldn't say it was quite a canter, but I would say we had a nice trot going, interrupted periodically by my, musings. But nevertheless, and my one remembrance of the tip here, it's ridiculous. But yeah, this is fantastic. So anyway, we'll bring our Bannière d'Adieu down, and well done, Zhouqin Burnikel. So to my sister Ansel and mi hermano Gabriel, I would love to officiate your wedding. I just need to buy my diploma from my online Reverend course. So, can you imagine if I started just putting the word Reverend in front of my name? Oh my God, the things I could get away with. The things I could get away with. Just amazing. So, until we see you again, auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, arrivederci. Que tengas un lindo días, annyeonghaseyo, masalama, hengaplai. Be well out there, and we will see you on the morrow. Until then, just be nice to strangers. Be nice to people with foreign accents, because they're very, very brave souls. Very brave souls. Picking up, starting a new life where they don't even spend the currency of the lingua franca. Cheers. Be well. Have a great week.